Okay, so we've taken a look at interior sum of polygons. Now we're going to take a look at exterior. So remember I told you to have make it flaps. So interior is going to be your top page, and then exterior is going to be exterior sum of polygons is going to be underneath. Alright, so interior is going to be your first on top, and then exterior sum of polygons is going to be underneath. Now, exterior sum of polygons is by far the most easiest one, because all you need to remember is it always adds up to 360. It always adds up to 360 degrees. It doesn't matter what kind of shape it is, the exterior sum always adds up to 360. So let's take a look at what exterior sum means. So exterior is outside, so all the outside angles add up to 360. So when we look at a triangle, okay, and I'm just going to take a different color for this. When we look at a triangle, let's see what we're meaning by an exterior angle. What I want you to do is just extend the line. And I've got tape there, that's why it's not picking up. Alright, so take this line, just extend it. Take this line, just extend it. Alright, the exterior angles are the angles formed from that line to the triangle. Alright, from that line to the triangle. Okay, nothing is working. Here. From that line to the triangle. Okay, from that line to the triangle. From that line to the triangle. Alright, when you do the exterior sum is when you add all these angles up, and it doesn't matter what the polygon is, it is always going to be 360. So the exterior sum, when you extend the line, so take this line, extend it up, take this line, extend it, take this line, extend it, take this line, extend it, from the line to the shape, from the line to the shape, from the line to the shape, from the line to the shape. That is the exterior sum, always adds up to 360. Now, that would be a great question for them to ask you. However, most of the time what they really want to know is if it is a regular polygon, what is each angle actually equal to. So that brings us to a couple of new words that we may not know. So we're going to go back to our vocab page. Okay. And we are going to define regular or irregular. So let's start with regular. So write down regular polygon. Okay, so a regular polygon is all sides and all angles are equal. Alright, so all the sides and all the angles are equal, then it is regular. Alright, if it's irregular polygon. Alright, so regular polygon, all sides and angles are equal. If it's irregular, all the sides and all the angles are not equal. In other words, if one thing is wrong, like say all the sides are equal but not all the angles are equal, it's irregular. Or all the angles are equal but not all the sides are equal, it's irregular. If one side is off or one angle is off, it's irregular. So I'm just going to say otherwise. So all sides and angles are equal, otherwise it's irregular. Okay, so let's take a look at an example, what that means. Alright, so I'm going to try, and you do your best to do this too. I'm going to try and do the sides and the angles equal of, let's do a pentagon. So kind of like that. I guess it's got to shape, it's got to go in a bit. Alright, regular. And I'm just going to exaggerate this other one just so that it doesn't look. How many sides are it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so this is going to be my regular one. because all the sides and all the angles are equal. This is irregular because obviously this side and this side are not. So this is irregular. Alright, so regular polygon, all the sides, all the angles are equal. Irregular polygon, then and if anything is untrue, then it's irregular. Alright, so now that comes back to what we were saying. So let's go back to what we're talking about exterior angles. The exterior sum, alright, so all the angles outside any shape from the line to the angle, from the line to the angle. So all of these adding up together always equal 360. Okay, now the question becomes if this is a regular triangle, and again, what does regular mean? Regular means that all the sides and angles are equal. If this is a regular triangle, okay, which means all the sides and angles are equal, each of these angles, if they all add up to 180, because all of them have to be equal, it would have to be 180 divided by 3. Each of these angles would have to be 60, right? Because regular means all the angles are equal. So this would 60 plus 60 is 120 plus 60 is 180. If it's irregular, then these don't have to be 60 anymore. It could be 40, 140. Okay, that's irregular. But regular, all the angles and sides have to be equal. So each of the insides would be 60. Well, if each of the insides are 60, all right, what would be the outside? So if, say, this is 60, what would be this outside? All right, and you'd have to remember that every straight line makes a what? A 180. So if the inside is 60, this one is just 180 minus 60. 180 minus 60, which would give me 120. So outside would be 120. If this was a regular polygon, each of these angles outside would be 120. Now, I said that when you add up all of them, they always have to equal 360. So 120 plus 120 plus 120 has to equal 360. Okay, so all the angles on the outside have to equal 360. So if you were given a regular triangle, so let's assume we're going to do this for regular. All right, they all add up to 360. Well, if they all add up to 360, I just simply can do 360 divided by 3 to find out what it is. 360 divided by 3. And you see that it's going to be 120. So if this is regular, I would just do 360 divided by 3. And each exterior angle is 120. So each exterior angle is 120. All right, so again, if it's regular, all the angles and sides are equal. All right, so if they're all equal, I could just do, and I know they all add up to what, 360 every time. I could just do 360 divided by the number of angles, which is 3 because it has 3 sides. And that would give me each of the exterior. So this is 120, 120, 120. If the question asks for the sum, I'd have to add all of these up. That's always 360. So the sum for a quadrilateral is always going to be 360. If I add up, same thing with here, if I just extend the line, this angle, 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 okay? 5 sides, 5 angles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They all add up to 360. But if they told you that this was a regular 5-sided regular pentagon, meaning all the angles are equal, then I could just do 360 divided by the number of angles, and that would tell me each angle is equal to 360 divided by 572. Okay, so each exterior angle of a regular pentagon is 72. Now, if it was irregular, it would still, all of them would still add up to 360, but they just wouldn't each be 72. Maybe this one is 74, and this one is 68, and 72, 72, 72. Do you see what I mean? So as long as they always, it doesn't matter whether it's regular or irregular, they'll always add up to 360. However, if it is regular, you can tell me exactly what it is by simply dividing by the number of sides. Now, I want to make a quick point, because instead of me remembering the interior sum of polygons, the formula that we talked about earlier, you know, the interior sum is the number of sides minus 2, then multiply that by 180. What I always seem to remember is that all exterior angles add up to 360. And if I can find one exterior angle, then I can find the inside. And if I can find the inside, then I can add them all up to find the interior. So remember how we did, for each one, we did n minus 2 times 180. Number of triangles times 180 will give you the interior. Well, now I'm going to show you, if I know the exterior, I can actually, if I know the exterior number of sides, I can actually find the interior without having to do n minus 2. So let's take a look, for example, at 6 sides. All right, so 6 sides, all right, has 6 angles. So if this was regular, to find one exterior angle, I would just need to do 360 divided by the number of sides, which is 6. And that's going to give me 360 divided by 6 is going to give me 60. So each outside angle, all right, and this is how I like doing it. Each outside angle is 60 degrees, right? If the outside is 60, the inside has to add up to 180. So I would simply do 180 minus 60, and that would give me 120. So if the outside is 60, the inside is 120. And if I know one of the angles on the inside is 120, and there's 6 of them, well, the interior is 120, because that's what it is on the inside, times 6 of them, and that has to give me 720. 120 times 6, 720. So from the outside, I can go inside. Okay, now I know this may seem a little bit confusing, so what we're going to do is just going to practice a whole bunch of things, just to get it solidified, I guess, in your mind. All right, so again, if I know the outside angle, I know the inside, because it always adds up to 180, because it'll make a straight line. That was not straight. Here we go, that's straight. All right, always adds up to 180. So if I know the outside is 60, then the inside has to be 120. Okay, so we're going to just take a look at some questions and answer. The only way to really solidify this is just to practice. So let's go ahead and do that now.